last time we killed a holy dragon. It was atop, or at least amidst, this tower. I'll go down to the bottom to show you how to get there. After we get rid of these things. Or otherwise flee. Because last time we fought that unfair holy dragon. Technically, we did not need to do it that way. We could have just beaten the tower and then fought him in a more civil fashion, with the ability to use all of our abilities, at least from what I've heard. But we didn't do it that way. In part because I don't want to have to wait that long, and also because I want to prove that I can do it that way, and that it can be done that way. So, I went in there because I thought that was the secret. That was not the secret. Here's the secret. If you go here, you face the wall and push A, the door on the floor below appears. And inside, there is the air anchor and a bunch of random battles, if you choose to do that. I choose not to do that. And perhaps, unlike in vanilla, you can get into random battles on this screen. Also, perhaps like vanilla, you can just let the conga line of casters, or whoever those are, walk right through you. Anyway, they're like, go to Narshi, find out what's happening with that. And I already told you to go without paying the 100k, but here it is anyway. Oh, thanks, you're too generous. Right, the scoop. There's an ancient castle buried beneath the desert of Figaro, and no doubt loaded with treasure. By the way, I heard the old man who lives in the weapon shop of Narshi was looking for you. We are going back and keeping that money. At least in vanilla, he tells you about the treasure in the tower, which I already told you about. This time we are going for another more convenient place that's meant for people of our level. And when I say people of our level, I hesitantly mention that we are level 50-something. And this game was designed for people to grind. If you don't like it, find ways around it. Or just embrace the fact that you're just expected to grind at this game. Let's find this Cave of the Velts, so that we can get the shadow. The shadow! The shadow. And in this case, let's also train some people who should be trained. We'll just bring up the weak characters, or at least the lowest level characters, bring you in. Sure, we haven't had the Brothers Figaro in our party in a while, so we'll bring them in. And we'll also properly equip everyone. Skip ahead in the video if you don't want to see this. Also insultingly in this edition, the experience egg doubles experience but also reduces stats. For people who are just going to grind it out in a controlled loop anyway. Here we are, the Cave of the Velds. What's so special about this place? I assume it still has shadow in it. I haven't checked. Are you trying to tell me to follow you? I'm not sure what Antares is in this edition. I assume it's worth having. That's your hint on how to get Gao in your party. And that's your hint to kill a bunch of dinosaurs to get some high-end gear. This is a trickster enemy. Don't fall for its trap, because otherwise it will simply hurt you a lot. If you don't fall for its trap and instead just use physical attacks, you should be fine. I recall this from Final Fantasy. I recall this chest having some sort of boss or mini-boss that we could just defeat using a Phoenix Down. Let's see if it's still true. Yep. That was useful. Hallelujah. Sure. Gladly accepted. So what happens if we hit him with Bolt 3? Let's find out. He's weak to it, but absorbent on it. That's probably a Scion weapon. What happens if we scan it ourselves? Level 38, it shows the same information, so it's purposefully misleading. These ruins are awful. It surprised us, and yet we went first. I'd take that as a win. I think this thing is weaker than the blue skin versions, the Intangers. Wow, over 10k damage. Something's coming from behind. Another monster appears. It's the undead version. Checking if this works. Well, we don't need to check if it works. It's dead anyway. Hallelujah. We can't do anything for wounds like these here. Out of character. We totally can. We have Raise, we have Arise, we have Asuna, we have Cure, we have Cura, and Curaga. If it can't be fixed by one of these, we have a pack full of hundreds of items that we could fix. But for the sake of plot, I will just go with this. Let's fly back to Tomasa on the double. Must be having a nightmare. You came to try and stop me. I'm sorry, but I can't turn back, boy. Stay here with my daughter. You both deserve to live in peace. All we can do now is wait. Rest will help. Speaking of which, let's. Hey, how are you feeling? It's only a scratch. I've had worse. And I've got this guy watching over me. I'm pretty sure that V-sounding cyan weapon is actually what we need to bet at the Colosseum to get Shadow back on our team. It's not called the Striker in this edition for reasons I'm not sure about. Someone wanted to be especially Japanese, I assume. Oh, that's Antares. All I wanted to do was just find whatever it is that we needed to bet and get Shadow. If this were a live stream, I'd be asking the people in the audience to point out to me where the shadow betting item is. But in the meantime, let's get a blood lance by totally overpowering this thing. But anyway, started with a V, so it's probably a dagger, an assassin dagger, or, oh, I think it's this. There we go. Sure. What? Yeah, don't use Mimic. Well, I think I found a bug. Here, have an Ultima. You'll probably die, and that's the point. What are you doing here? The only thing I know how to do. I fight. You should come with us. Perhaps I should. But I wanted to see how far I could get here. Very well. It's all right. It's time to put my skills to the ultimate test. Let's kill that wizard. And with that, we conclude this episode. Thank you, good night, God bless, and hallelujah.